Hey, it's Brock here from Window Cleaning World, and here we have an unboxing of our 20-litre Exxon spray pack. So I'm going to open this up and show you how to assemble the straps and all the nozzles. I'll have a chat about all that. So this is what it'll look like when you receive your spray pack. So you pull it up out of the box. We've already added in some plumbing fittings here. We'll touch on that later. You'll also have in the box the spray wand, and this is extendable, so it's got a little collar here that you can loosen, and you can extend this, tighten that off to change the length of that. All the accessories are inside the tank, so you can remove this bigger cap here, pull out the little basket there. This one doesn't go through the tank, it's just a little holding tank there. So if we reach in, we'll pull out a bunch of accessories, and if you order one of these and maybe a few other little bits and pieces, we'll likely put them all in the tank just to save on that shipping there. Make sure you get everything in one box. So we've got two of the straps here. We've got our 240-volt charger, so you can plug that in at home and charge up the lithium battery in the spray pack. We've got a bunch of different nozzles here. Now you might not need to use all of them, but they're just a bunch of different options that work with the lance here. We've also got a nice back support. Makes it really comfortable if you do use this spray pack on your back. We've got the trigger, little instruction manual. There's a bit of a dosing cup for measuring out chemicals, and then just another option for spray nozzles. So we'll get all this to the side and we'll show you how to put the straps and the backrest on the spray pack. Okay, we've got the 20-litre spray pack turned around. We've got the backrest, so we're going to put that on first. There's these two lugs on the back that meet up with these slots here. So we'll line that up and just slide that into place. Now grab one of your straps. The bottom side has this little hook here, which is adjustable. And then we have this other buckle up the top. So you're going to want to take this strap and go through this loop here. This way. And come back over the top. We'll feed back through that way and back through that way. And then that's the top of your strap fixed on. And at the bottom here, we've just got this hook. And you locate this section here. You can just hook it on like that. And then you have some adjustment here and here if you want to make it tighter or looser. All right, here we have all the nozzles that you can choose from. This is actually the little knob here for adjusting the speed. I'll show you how to put that on in a moment. So we've got the wand here, and this screws onto the trigger. So we can just go ahead and screw that on there like that. Now this trigger here does have a lock, so if you're pushing all the way down but you don't want to constantly hold it, you can swing that little lock over like that and it's going to hold it for you. You could use this upside down or up the top, doesn't really matter, and then you can just push it down to unlock it there. This screw here doesn't actually do anything. It's not like an adjustment screw or anything. It literally just holds the plunger pieces in place, so don't mess with this, just leave it alone. And then this end here screws into this piece here. Just like that. And then the other end you can choose from one of your nozzles here, or if you get the optional red nozzle tip, which is on the website, this is recommended for spraying sealer. It's got a really nice spray pattern for that. So if you take this little elbow piece here, you can undo this collar, and we're just going to change out this nozzle tip. There's also a little rubber O-ring there, that's important. So we're taking out that orange tip, and we're going to, I'll just use this collar and put this red tip in, just like that. We want to put that little O-ring back in there and screw that back together. So if you want to, you can leave this a little bit loose, and then you can sort of rotate this into the orientation that you want it, and then tighten down that clamp, and then you can just spin this onto the end of the wand. And then you've got a really nice nozzle for spraying sealers, like if you're doing like a water-based sealer, like a SIF sealer. Pick out the reach that you want and lock off this little screw here. And then you've got this ready for spraying sealers on the ground, so it's really good for that. Remember, always, if you're using any chemical, any sealers with the spray pack, you always want to give it a really good flush after using it. So if you didn't want to use this tip, you can choose from any of these. These are more for like spraying like weeds and stuff in the garden, or just spraying, whatever it is. That's what this pack is. It's sort of a weed sprayer, chemical sprayer, but we've adapted it to use for window cleaning. So that's it for the nozzles. Again, we'll just quickly show the charger here. It's got the charge port, which is this plugs into the tank. You got your regular Australian 240 volt. We do have American ones available. If you're viewing from overseas and you want to get one of these, we can change it out to the American style one, which I believe also works in Canada. If we look here on the side, this is where the controls are. So from the factory, it has this little protective cover. You can take that off, we won't be needing that. So this will turn the unit on and off. And this here dial is to dial the speed of the pump. And that's where our little silver knob comes in. So that's been turned all the way that way. So I'm just gonna push this on about there. So you can hear it when I turn it, it'll click like that. And then you've got pump speed control. So if we turn it on here, we'll click it on, you can hear the pump starting to move. And that's full speed. And then you've got the charge port here where you can charge the unit. There is a little voltmeter on the front. It's more just a couple of different colored lights to indicate if it's charged or not. And that's it for charging and the accessories. Let's look at if you want to use a water-fed pole for mobile water-fed cleaning. Okay, so we're going to swap this over to be used with a water-fed pole and brush. So you can fill this up with pre-purified water and use it to pump water up your water-fed pole to clean windows on a mobile job. Probably gonna do well for like single story, 2-story, 3-story. It might start to struggle a little bit, but you can always give it a go. So what we've done is we've added in these fittings here. So obviously we just chop this hose and then we add in all these fittings here. So we've got a nice little tap, which you can use. Say you don't have this connected. So I'll take this wand off. If you're leaving this like full of water or something, we add this tap here to, if it sort of leaks a little bit of water or liquid out, you can turn this tap off. It's not going to leak anywhere in the van. It shouldn't do anyway, but it's just an extra protection. These little green rings here, we've added these in place to work with this valve, because basically you can pull on this here and then that'll disengage the push fit. They're a very tight fit with this this valve here and the fittings that we use. So we add this here so you've got something to grip onto to basically disengage that push fit fitting there. So don't lose that, keep those. No big deal if you do lose it. You can just sort of wedge something in between to disengage that. So I've got a little 4-foot pole with a little brush on here, and we've got our 8mm pole tube. So this is probably the most common size most window cleaners will have. It's an 8mm outer diameter, works really well with 8mm push fit fittings. And you can simply just connect your existing 8mm tube into that fitting there, and you've essentially made yourself a mobile water-fed cleaning kit. Obviously this doesn't filter the water, it just pumps it. So fill it with pre-purified water. You can use other drums, fill other drums with pre-purified water and take that to the job. You'll just have to keep refilling it. But it means you can do water-fed cleaning if you're in a tricky spot like in the city and there's no water supply around. You can easily do work like that. If you need something that goes even higher than say 3 or 4 stories, you can look at the Excion TT1. It's got a bigger pump, a bigger battery, a 25-litre tank, which you can hot swap tanks, and that is going to have even more power to pump higher if you need to do that mobile water-fed cleaning. So a couple of questions we get about the spray pack is, how long does the battery last? Now it varies a lot because you might only run it at half pump speed, you might run it at full, but essentially you're going to get sick of filling the tank up before the battery runs out. Also charging the battery, it should only take a couple of hours. It really depends on how far you've run the battery down, but it's not like it takes 12 hours to charge the battery. It's fairly quick. And the battery charger is smart. You can just put it on charge and leave it on there overnight and it'll charge up the battery till it's full, and then you're ready to go for the next day. So we thought we'd just touch on our range of spray buddies. We've recently just sort of designed them, revised the design, and now they're all color coded. So this is what it looks like with the overhead spray style. This is the green one. It has a number 8 spray cone nozzle. The idea of this one is that the brush can sort of rest up against the wall that you're on, and then this distance means that the spray pattern hits the wall at a very nice sort of amount. So this is a little kit we have on the website. You can sort of buy this angle arm, adapter and nozzle together, and of course can still be used with your own pole tube if you've already got that. If we change over to the other style, actually don't need to take that off. These ones are designed to go directly onto a quick lock. So you can go like this, plug that in like that. So we just have a straight shooter. So, you know, you'd hold that up and spray your chemical or whatever you want on the wall. We have a fan jet version, which is the same as this. And then we have the doubles as well. So they lock on like that. These are the red one is the cone version, and the blue one is the fan jet version. We're going to have a more in-depth video showing the spray patterns, probably flow rates as well, especially out of this and the TT1. So we have a few options now for spraying chemicals on walls. You know, if you want to do some soft washing, but on small scale, you're doing it just sort of now and then on a house or something. We have options for that, and we've made them to be very versatile to be used with gardener quick lock stuff, and you know, gear that you've already got. You can use it with your gardener poles. Can be adapted to different brands of poles. But that's a quick look at our Spray Buddy line that we've got going on at the moment. And that's about it for the spray pack. I think I've covered most of the questions that we get about these. They sell really quick, so if you do want to get one, don't wait, but we're trying to keep them in stock all the time. And for the price, I think it's $165. It's such a good deal for what you're getting here. Remember, it's a nice lithium battery down the bottom here. The pump's down there as well. Pumps are easily replaceable and really easy to find online. If you need them, we even carry spares here. But yeah, that's the spray pack. And thanks for watching, guys. Got any questions, you can always reach out to us at the shop. You can leave a comment on the video below, and we'll see you in the next video.